Okay, I'm gonna pull everybody back in now. I can't even talk. Okay, all right, here we go. We got Jenny, and we have Adam, and we have Heather. All right, this is awesome. Okay, so I'm looking at some comments right now. Thank you so much for being on, you guys. Did you have fun so far?
Yeah, it was a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
fun.
Yeah? Okay, cool. It's not,
yep,
it's easy, right?
Yeah.
It's easy. Just talk about yourself and your books. That's easy.
yeah.
Joking. Okay, so we have a question. I'm looking at the comments for questions that happened while we were talking. Um, okay, so we actually have a question for you, Heather. Are all the books out in the series yet?
Yes, the trilogy, the Fate of Destiny's trilogy is complete. It's all written. The only thing somebody wants, never mind. Somebody wants like a later version with more characters. So I was thinking maybe someday I might come back to that, but that trilogy is complete.
That's trilogy is complete. Okay, awesome. And then Jenny, we barely touched on to your books at the end there. So is there anything, like I know we were wrapping up so fast, I feel kind of bad about that. Is
That's
there
right.
anything that you want to add to your, about your books that you have out right now that people can go grab, and you just start talking about Peter Pan,
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I was like, I
yeah.
have to end you on Peter Pan. What?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this book. I really enjoyed writing it. Veiled in Stars and Silver. It's actually part of a set. It's called Enemies Ever After, and it's a set of 10 different authors writing fairy tale retellings. It's all enemies to lovers fairy tale retellings. And so mine's the first one to come out. It comes out May 8th. And then every week after that, the next book in the series will release. So
Okay,
it's really cool.
that's
And
awesome.
I had a question. You
Go
said
ahead.
fairy tale bub, but it was going to be on your Instagram, so it's like free books for the fairy tale retellings or
Yes,
something.
so not
I'm sorry,
not
I got so excited. I was writing down.
She's got her pen.
That's okay. Not these ones. These ones aren't out yet, but not the enemies ever after. But my book will be in it, and then there'll be other fantasy authors that have their fairy tale retellings in it. Yeah, it's Fairy Tale Bub, and I wish I could. It's the website is like maybe I'll drop it in the chat. It's
Go ahead.
www.tharlow.com/fairytale-bub. And again, I'll drop that in the chat. But tomorrow, it'll go live tomorrow, so that's the time to check it out. And so if you can't remember that or lose it in the chat or whatever, you can just go to like my pages on J.A. Curtis Books on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll have that information on there.
I'm going
Okay,
shopping tomorrow.
I
Sorry.
want to
Nice, yeah.
circle back. After I talk to Adam here in a second, I want to circle back and talk to you about it going live tomorrow. Okay. Don't let me
Okay,
forget.
okay.
Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. That's a panel topic we can talk about. Adam. All right. You said you have 30
Yes.
something books.
Yeah.
How long have you been writing?
Well, seriously, since April of 2020, that's when the first sci-fi, the Cassidy Chronicles, came out.
What, that's not a lot. 30 something books in 4 years?
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, when I'm saying 33, I'm including a few which are older than that. But the serious writing has been in the past 4 years. Um, yeah, and I dropped in the chat. My sci-fi and my fantasy universes, they're actually the same universe. I just haven't written the crossover yet. Uh, throwing some of those characters at each other.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to circle back to that because I was like, I didn't even ask him like how long he's been writing with 30 books. 4 years is dang.
Well, you get, and I'm sure Jenny and Heather can attest to this. You get these voices in your head that are just yelling at you saying, you need to tell my story now.
Oh, I understand. I started writing myself.
And you got to do it, right? You got to do it because otherwise that story might go away. So you tell that story right then.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm not going to talk about me much because this isn't about me, but I'm in the middle of writing my second book right now in a
Hey.
saga.
Yay. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I haven't published the first one. Obviously, you guys would be like yelling, screaming about it. But yeah, no, I get what you mean because like you get obsessed with it. Like they're in your head, and you're like you have to. Also to see where it goes next yourself too, right? Like you have your plot, but a lot of it it's organic as well as you're writing, right? For some,
I was going to say you have your what?
you have your plot line. You know where you're going, right?
No, I
Okay.
I thought I knew where I was going.
All right,
Nope.
let's talk about that for a second before I get back to Heather with tomorrow. So all right, so how do you do it then? Like if you don't have, do you have your major plot points?
I'm a pantser.
Yeah.
So I know where we're starting, and I usually know where I'm ending. It's just how do I get there? So I figured that out.
Okay.
I know where I want to
Okay.
end.
Yeah. Okay.
I know where I want to end.
Yeah.
But you know, the Ghosts of Tantor, which was one of my sci-fi books, I threw in a little plot point, and it totally derailed the entire story, and it went a totally different direction. But it was a great direction to go in. So, all right, sure. And I eventually got back to the original ending at the end of the second book, which is coming out later this year.
That's awesome.
So go figure.
Okay. How about you, Jenny?
I'm a plantser. I'm like in between. So like I used to be like complete pantser and just like write, and now like I write a lot faster and I set like crazy deadlines for myself. So like when I write, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to have this more planned out. And so I kind of have like the beginning, a thought of the middle, and definitely where it's ending, and then I do see where the story goes from there. So
Okay. So what did you say? What word did you just use a second ago? You said you're a what,
a
sir?
plantser. I combine plotter and pantser, and yeah,
Plotting
we called it
and
plantser.
yeah.
Plotting and what?
Yeah.
So readers probably don't know because that's the first time I've heard
Okay,
about it.
okay,
And I
yeah.
talk to a lot of authors.
So a plot,
Pantser. We write by the seat of our pants.
yeah.
Pantser.
You just make it up as you go, see
Oh,
where it
What she said.
happens, yeah. And
pantser.
then obviously plotters are people have everything plotted out in the story and then they write it. So
A pantser and a plotter. Wow, that's interesting because I work with a lot of UK authors, and you know, pants in the UK means underwear.
Oh.
nice.
Yes.
I learned that.
Yes, I do know that. My wife is British.
My husband's British. I get it.
She likes to say that I'm deaf. She likes to say that I'm bilingual. I understand American and English.
Well, that's probably me too. Yeah, no, I learned it that just real quick. I learned it the hard way. I was living in England. I was working for British Petroleum after college, and every day after
Mhm.
work, I would say to I had someone giving me lifts different places because I didn't have a car, and I would say, okay, you know, they would take me to the grocery store, out to the pub, or whatever. I'd say, let me just run inside, and I'm gonna change my pants, or let me go put, I had a skirt on, you know, let me go put some pants on, you know. And you would look at me really funny. And I didn't, I was young, you know, I was 21, 22, you know, and they would all look at me really funny. And I was like, what is the deal? You know, and then before I left England, someone I knew in a crowd of people said, I said how cute her jeans were. They were, you know, the sparkly jeans back then. And I said, your pants are so cute. And she went, oh, and she looked at the top of her pant line and she thought her underwear was sticking out, you know? And when she realized it, she goes, oh my goodness, all this time you've been meaning your trousers. We thought you meant your knickers. And I was absolutely more, I love that story. Sorry, I didn't mean to go kind of derail. It was just so funny. So when you just said that you are, say it one more time, Jeannie?
She's a plantser.
I'm a
She's a
plantser. Yeah, I'm a plotter and a pantser, so
A plantser.
plantser.
Okay. Okay, so there's an L there. That's a saving grace. The
Yes, yes.
plantser. Okay. Anyways, all right. So I wanted to circle back to Jenny, what you said about going live tomorrow.
Yeah.
In one of the spotlights, I think it was last week's, or I don't remember which one it was, but that came up about the fact that it's so critical that people go download the book. You don't have to read it.
Yep.
But download it on the release day.
Yeah, it's really important. It gives a lot of visibility to your book, moves it up in algorithms. It helps people find your book a lot easier if you get a lot of downloads. So yeah, it's really important.
Yeah. So it has to do with the algorithm on Amazon.
Yes. Yep, it does.
Yeah,
The last
okay.
one I did was Zoe Bub, and I ended up getting like 16,000 downloads. And from that, I ended up like for months afterwards, I had like lots of read through on my book, and so it was really important.
So you're all Kindle Unlimited. Yes, I think
Yes.
you are.
Amazon
So
Yeah.
so when it Sorry, Heather.
Oh, I said Amazon owns me. They've owned me for years. They pay my
So
paycheck.
when it helps to get it on release day, does that mean just checking out, or does that mean actually downloading to your tablet?
As long as you borrow it, every borrow counts as a sale in Amazon's eyes, and then the reads are how you get paid. But like the sale boosts your rank higher and higher and higher. So rank is based on how many sales are being sold of the book, and so those borrows count as a boost, and that gives you more visibility the higher your ranking is.
Right. Yeah. So I didn't even I knew obviously it's significant to support authors, and I obviously for all the authors that are, my favorites, and especially I go and make sure and grab their books. But I didn't realize until these spotlights that the release day was so significant. So that's actually changed the way that I, as a reader, read books now. And I think, and that's why I keep trying to say this when I can on these lives, so people understand that, because they think that and it is great to support them any way, shape, or form, right? It doesn't matter if it's like a month later, but the day is really, in the week too, I think, right? The day and the week are significant. Yeah.
Usually within the first 30 days is what they call a cliff that'll drop off. So, but you kind of want to target most of, like, if you can bring it back, but it's much harder to bring your book back up the rankings than it is to get it high, like around the release. Like,
right.
Yeah, it's more of a struggle after that 30-day cliff. So,
and people wonder why does it matter? Like, why does the rankings matter? And it matters because
Amazon has bestseller lists. I don't know if you've seen those, like the top 100 and stuff. So getting to those lists is ideal, obviously, but the higher ranking your book is, the more that Amazon algorithms show like this book is selling. Let's recommend it to more people. So we want Amazon to help us promote. Otherwise, we're doing it all on our own, and your book kind of falls into the abyss of millions of books. So we work hard to like kind of keep exposure at a certain level, so that way Amazon helps us promote it too.
Right. Right. So like,
exactly.
Go ahead, Adam.
Exactly that. I mean, it spirals upward if you can get the Amazon algorithm to work for you, just like it spirals downward if it's working against you or not working for you.
Right. And that's because there's a lot of books on Amazon from indie authors, right?
Not just
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
General.
There's a lot of books. Like when we say a lot, what number are we thinking? I could Google it and find out, but there's a lot of books.
I mean, it's not just indie authors. There's Amazon was started as a book selling store. Like Amazon's the highest like book seller, but I mean, you're talking like all the books like in prints and everything we're competing against, and that's millions upon millions. But I think ranking goes to like 5 million, 500 million, something like that, or 5 million. I don't remember, or maybe it's 2 million. I don't know.
Well, it's over a million, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like Amazon also emails and recommends books to people too, or as well as like when you are scrolling at the bottom of your Amazon and you see other books that people have read, right? Like when they recommend to you, that's similar.
So your recommendations will be like people who bought this book will also bought this book. So your also bots are recommendations where people, that's really good too. That's a way that Amazon will promote you if your book is high enough ranking. If it's really low ranking, they're not going to put you on that also bot carousel basically at the bottom. And then there's also sponsored recommendations, which are ads that you can pay to be on that page to say like, if you like this book, you'll probably like this book. But if it's not relevant or you're not selling, Amazon will not even if you try to give them money to put it there, they won't put it there with money, because Amazon wants a very personalized customer experience that will give you happy customers. Their database is it's mind blowing how well they can recommend what you'll like. So they know what they're doing to keep their customers happy. And so we are kind of, you're trying to get into this little mastermind of the algorithm constantly, and that's where you get like the release day rankings and stuff. You want those higher, but sorry, I would talk about this forever. I get excited.
No, this is like, I like the panel to focus on things that help to educate us readers, because unless people are talking, we don't know about it, and we don't know. And like a lot of readers, especially in the FanGrrrl groups, we're so pro author. I mean, that's the reason why I built the group like I did, because, so we want to help as much as possible. But if we don't know how to help, it's not as simple as, well, just go read the book. There's other things that we can do. Like dropping recommendations in Facebook groups.
Yep.
That's a huge help.
Right.
You know,
Word
comment
of
on
mouth.
posts.
Word
know?
of mouth is the best advertising because it's
Mhm.
honest, it's true. You're
Yeah.
gonna find the ideal reader. Word of mouth is, I mean, it blows everything out of the water. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. Read the book, drop a review or a rating. You know, it can, and the review can just be, I love this book.
It doesn't have to be
drop
an emoji review, you know,
Nope.
like mine.
drop the recommendations, and then when you see that author has shared, you know, another link to the book, share it out yourself. You know, repost it and just magnify the author's voice, because you know we're just one person shouting into the void. When fans add their voices to ours, that's when more people will hear us, and more people will read the book that
Credibility.
you as the fan have already discovered.
Mm-hmm. And
it also
pre-orders
makes
help too. Sorry, go
yes,
ahead.
and it also makes the author feel really good that you're recommending the book, that you like it that much that you're recommending it. So
Yeah. And then pre-ordering too, right? Because that shows that there's a demand for it, there's a love for it. You know, and it helps to pay now, right? For authors who are making their livelihood off of it. So yeah, all good things. All good things. Okay, cool. Well, let's take and wrap up here. Let's go around, and if you guys want to talk about how people can follow you, where they can follow you at, where you're on, you know, all that jazz. And then you can also drop links to all that in the chat too, so that they can get to you that way as well. Jenny?
cool. But yeah, I am on Facebook and Instagram. I think I said it a couple times already. At
It's fine. Keep saying it again, girl.
at J.A. Curtis Books. Yeah, so at J.A. Curtis Books. My website is jacurtisbooks.com. So it's just really easy to remember. Yeah, that's how you can find me and follow me and get writing updates and other recommendations for other awesome books from other awesome authors.
Awesome. Okay, Heather?
my website is heatherkcarson.com. So original. And you can jump on there. My mailing list. There's a bunch of, you can, my old pin names on there too, or yeah, old names. There's a bunch of free content you can get. There's actually a free short story for the Fate of Destiny series, a prequel to it that you can get for signing up for that. And then I'm on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, even though I'm a hot mess on TikTok. And that's at Heather
Aren't we
Carson.
all?
But you can come hang out with me anywhere. I'm always down to talk.
Awesome. That's awesome. And Adam, how about you?
So I'm primarily Facebook, Instagram, Threads, just at Adam Gaffen. You know, pretty simple to find me. I believe I'm the only one out there with this name. You can also go to my website, which is CassidyChronicles.com, and find the books and the interviews I do with other authors and sales and, you know, promotions and all that good stuff.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This has been so much fun. Yeah, it's been awesome.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. All right, y'all. Well, I'll see you around on Facebook.
Thank you.
Bye.